India names its new threat triangle Beijing, Islamabad, Ankara. From Chinese jets to Turkish drones, India warns of a coordinated front.
Whether we are fighting against three adversaries on the same border, be it Turkey or China or Pakistan, look, you play against the team that turns up on the park.
On the first anniversary of Operation Sindoor, India has publicly identified what it sees as an emerging strategic axis. China, Pakistan and Turkey operating in increasing coordination against New Delhi. Not isolated security concerns, but a converging military and geopolitical challenge. The remarks by senior Indian military officials were far from routine. They were calibrated strategic signaling. For decades, India viewed its primary threats through separate theaters. Pakistan represented the Western Front. China loomed over the northern frontier. Turkey, meanwhile, was largely seen as a diplomatic irritant, a vocal supporter of Pakistan on Kashmir. But after Operation Sindoor, India's military establishment appears to be articulating a more integrated threat perception, one where military, technological, and diplomatic coordination between these actors is no longer viewed as coincidental.
The fact that Pakistan and China, in their own words, have a relationship that is deeper than the seas, higher than the mountains, that's a given. The fact that Pakistan has 80% of its military equipment of Chinese origin is a given. Whether we are fighting against three adversaries on the same border, be it Turkey or China or Pakistan, look, you play against the team that turns up on the park. So that's not something that should worry us so much. It's not something which is in our control. What is in our control is what we've all spoken about.
Lieutenant General Rajiv Gai's remarks went beyond acknowledging China's dominance in Pakistan's military inventory. What stood out was the explicit inclusion of Turkey in the same strategic conversations. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was in Turkey when the Pahalgam terror attack took place on April 22nd last year. Following India's Operation Sindoor, Pakistan launched coordinated attacks across multiple sectors, reportedly deploying between 300 and 400 Turkish-origin drones across 36 locations. Turkish kamikaze drones were recovered from civilian areas targeted during the attacks. Ankara had also supplied Bayraktar, TB2 and YIHA drones to Pakistan, significantly expanding Islamabad's tactical drone warfare capabilities. During the India-Pakistan confrontation, Turkish President Erdogan openly endorsed Pakistan's demand for an international probe into the Pahalgam terror attack. Turkey has consistently amplified Pakistan's Kashmir narrative in recent years. At the same time, defense ties between Ankara and Islamabad have expanded steadily across naval cooperation, pilot training, drone warfare, and defense production. But the deeper strategic concern for India remains China. Beijing is not merely Pakistan's largest arms supplier, it has become the backbone of Pakistan's long-term military modernization. Nearly 80% of Pakistan's military hardware now reportedly originates from China. From JF-17 and J-10 fighter jets to advanced missile systems, air defense platforms, and next-generation frigates, Beijing has systematically enhanced Pakistan's war-fighting capabilities. China is also supplying Pakistan with advanced Hangar-class submarines, expanding Islamabad's underwater combat reach in the Arabian Sea. Beyond weapons, the cooperation now extends into space, surveillance, and network-centric warfare. China has assisted Pakistan in satellite programs, remote sensing technologies, and intelligence sharing frameworks that improve battlefield awareness and targeting capabilities. Indian military officials have indicated that Beijing even provided live operational inputs to Pakistan during DGMO-level engagements amid the conflict. The emerging concern for New Delhi is no longer just a two-front military scenario. It is the possibility of an integrated strategic ecosystem where Chinese technology, Turkish combat systems, and Pakistani operational deployment increasingly complement one another. India's military leadership, however, insists that the armed forces are adapting rapidly to this evolving challenge.
The chief has repeatedly spoken about this ongoing transformation. You mentioned a few Devyastra batteries. You also mentioned the Ashni platoons. There are more. There is the Shaktiban regiment. You saw the Bhairavs being paraded on Kartavya Path this year on the Republic Day. Definitely these transformations are ongoing. I will not go into the specific numbers of how many of these organizations are being raised. That is an operational detail, so we will not go there. But a significant number is already being raised. Their roles and tasks are very, very clearly delineated.
The larger question now is not whether this China-Pakistan-Turkey alignment exists, but how far this strategic convergence is willing to go. India's military establishment is no longer describing these threats as theoretical. It is preparing for the possibility of coordinated and technologically sophisticated confrontation. And New Delhi wants its adversaries to know India is watching, adapting, and preparing.